Alrighty. My book. M. God damn it. I just had it. I just had it. Um, oh boy. Hmm. Okay. Okay, everyone's. How does OBS feel about it? I see me. I see that. Hmm. Okay. Let me see how. All I have stuck in my head is like a really not appropriate song for this, what it feels like. Hmm. Oh, it's the front, that's why. Do 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 do. Alright. Oh, I'm glad that's working. I can't not have that on, I'm gonna die. Oh, it's so loud with it on, but no, so where I am. Okay, she's 7. Oh boy. Okay. So I'm still just in the introduction, and yeah, trauma is such a cunning enemy. Those of us who have survived its terrors often marvel at how quickly it can recede, at least at first. Once you get to safety, your visible wounds, your cuts, your bruises heal and fade. Your psyche, too, revives like a drowning man, who, pulled from the depths, somehow spits up dark water and opens his eyes. But recovering victims like me know all too well how trauma lurks in the shadows, always there, no matter how many years go by. Or how many, yeah, or how many therapists you see. It can rise unbidden, seemingly out of nowhere. A song on the radio may summon it, or the scent of a stranger's cologne. For you, the trigger probably won't be a wall-sized tapestry in the Louvre, but you never know. I've come to France to stand up to one of Epstein's co-conspirators, Jean-Luc Brunel. During his years in the modeling business, Brunel became a scout of some renown. He boasted of launching the careers of Jerry Hall, Mila Jovovich, Rebecca Romijn, Sharon Stone, and Christy Turlington. But he also was known to solicit sex from young women whose careers he managed. Now, Brunel is in custody and is awaiting trial on charges of rape, sexual harassment, and human trafficking of minors for sexual exploitation. But lately, he's been asking if he could be free in the months before his court date. That's why I've traveled here from Australia to help keep Brunel, who procured so many young girls for Epstein, behind bars. In the sworn testimony I'm here to give, I will assert, as I've stated before, that Brunel repeatedly raped and abused me. While in Paris, I will also connect French prosecutors with other victims of Brunel who have sought me out after seeing me on TV and on social media. I will turn over my handwritten notes about what he and Epstein and Maxwell put me through and others, and put me and others through. French prosecutors tell me I'm a critical witness because, unlike many Epstein victims who were abused in a single location, I spent more than 2 years traveling the world with him and Maxwell. I knew their cruel habits and those of the men like Brunel to whom they trafficked me. I saw these men, endured them up close. Can it be any wonder that I struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD? But speaking out as I'm doing now cost me more than an anxiety attack or an interrupted outing to an art museum. Coming to Paris to reveal the past means missing out on my life in the present. My fifth grader Ellie has her first school dance this weekend and has dyed her gorgeous black hair purple to protest my absence. Robbie texted me a photo and I have to admit it looks pretty good. Just now, Ellie texted me that she wants me to complete her grunge outfit with a pair of fishnet stockings, and despite the 6-hour time difference, we've scheduled a FaceTime call so I can weigh in. Yes or no? When I was a teen, I was too a grunge fan, but still, I think 5th grade is a little too early for fishnets. Well, I'm glad that Ellie and I have plans to discuss it. I feel sad that our debate will have to be over the phone. If I were home in Perth, I'd commemorate Ellie's first dance by taking a million photos. Instead, I'll be fighting loneliness and jet lag in a tiny hotel room 9,000 miles away. I have to believe, however, that my trip to Paris benefits my kids. Years ago, after a teacher asked one of our children what their mother did for a living, Robbie and I put our heads together and decided that the truth was too complicated. So they should simply answer, "My mom fights bad guys." Since then, one teacher has wrongly assumed I was a cop. I'm not a cop, and I've never claimed to be an angel either, but I hope I have done some good. Seeking to silence me, my powerful enemies have threatened to bankrupt me and even have me killed. I did not stop talking. When I was a sex slave, I had no say. I have promised myself that I will never have no say again. So did my demons cause me to flee to a world-class museum today before I could see my favorite paintings? Yeah, they did. Did I retreat afterward to my hotel room to engage in one of my favorite calming rituals? Binge watching that most satisfying of TV's police procedurals, Law and Order? Yes, that happened too. But I won't let the demons win. 3 days from now, I will return to the Louvre to sit across from that spooky tapestry and take back possession of that red-walled room. I will ground myself in my hard-won strength. Then afterward, I'll finally track down the Mona Lisa to say a quick hello. A few days later, I will face off with Brunel in an 8-hour closed-door hearing, answering the most dehumanizing questions you can imagine about what he, then a man in his mid-50s, did to me when I was 17, 18, and 19 years old. In an interview with NBC News later that same day, I will explain that I gave testimony against Brunel because I wanted him to know that he no longer has the power over me, that I am a grown woman now, and I've decided to hold him accountable for what he did to me and so many others. Then I will deliver a call to arms that will soon be broadcast around the world. I'm urging more witnesses, even if it is outside the statute of limitations, to come forward. I'll say explaining that even something as simple as confirming Brunel's whereabouts on a particular day can help those who are seeking to convict him of his crimes. The judge is listening, I will say. The authorities are listening. I'm listening. We want to help put this monster away where he belongs. We can't do that unless we all work together. I know about monsters. As a child, I suffered nearly every kind of abuse. Incest, parental neglect, severe corporal punishment, molestation, rape. As a teen, I had been sexually trafficked by another pedophile even before I met Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, but these two doubled down on my suffering. In my years with them, they lent me out to scores of wealthy, powerful people. I was habitually used and humiliated, and in some instances, choked, beaten, and bloodied. I believed that I might die a sex slave. Then just after my 19th birthday, I met someone who seemed to give a damn about me. I took a chance, and in 2002, I escaped. As I write this, I have enjoyed 22 years of freedom. That period has not always been easy, but I am beyond grateful for it. My life since 2002 has been marked by several turning points, none more important than when unexpectedly I became a parent. Doctors had told me it was highly unlikely, but they were wrong. My son Alex came first, and then Tyler. I loved being the mom of 2 boys, but when Robbie and I had our 3rd child, a daughter we'd named Ellie, I felt something shift inside of me. Given what I'd been through, I know sexual predators don't stop until they're made to stop. For years, however, I'd hung back, hoping someone else would take the lead, holding the abusers accountable. Ellie ended that period of passivity. Looking into my daughter's eyes, I knew I had to act to keep other girls from suffering the way I had. Not long after that, I began to fight. One of the first things I did was try to answer some hard questions. Was the abuse I suffered merely the result of bad luck? Had my family's shameful secrets marked me for tragedy? Or is there something going on with our culture that contributed to my bad situation? There has always been evil in the world, but human trafficking, the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some labor or commercial sex act is particularly venal, especially when the victims are minors. Underreported and understudied, child sex trafficking is not just a problem that exists in 3rd world countries, and as many people mistakenly assume. In America, incidents have been reported in all 50 states, and in recent decades, the internet and social media have made it easier for traffickers to connect with their victims. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, during the COVID-19 pandemic, predators took advantage of children being even more online, which resulted in a 106% increase in the cyber tip line reports of suspected child sexual exploitation in just 1 year.